Hey guys, in our last video, we showed you the new game that we've been working on. Our new game is Silent Deaths. In the previous video, we showed you guys level 2 and some of the other stuff that we have been working on. In this video, we'll be adding the finishing touches to level 2, working on level 3, and adding some cool staff items. If you haven't already, go subscribe to our channel and join the Discord link in the description. Staff applications are opening soon, so if you want to become a staff member, you have to join.
Hey y'all, before I get started working on the staff menu, I want to show you the level 2 redesign. Now, not much has changed, but here it is on screen now. Now, you guys can comment on if you like it or not, but if you do, then please let us know. But now, let me get started. Alright y'all, so this is the moderator menu, and the first thing I'm going to be working on is the moderator cosmetics, so let's get to that. So first, I'm going to be working on the kit camera, and as you can see, I'm just adding colliders and the kit camera script to make it all work. And now I'm just making the kit camera a prefab. And now off camera, I did work on the name tags, but now I'm going to be adding them to the staff menu. And now I'm just attaching the name tags to the moderator menu. And I also make sure to add every other name tag as well. And now that the kit camera and the name tags are done for the cosmetic section, I'm going to start working on adding the other cosmetics, and the first thing I'm going to do is work on the rocket launcher, which we already did off camera, so I'm just going to attach it to the script on the moderator menu. And now that the rocket launcher is set up, I'm going to start working on the new cosmetic, the freeze hammer. And as you can see, I'm putting on a new texture, which is going to be the freeze hammer texture. And now that the freeze hammer is set up, I'm going to add it to the staff menu and enter play mode. Alright, now that I'm in play mode, I'm going to try out the cosmetics. So first, I'm going to try out the kit camera, and it works fine. And the freeze hammer also works fine too. And the yellow liquid and the rocket launcher, and without a doubt, the moderator tag also enables perfectly fine. So now it's time to exit play mode. And now I think it's time to work on the troll side of the mod menu. So first, I'm going to add the gel mod. So as many of you know, in the Discord link in the description, we already have a sneak peek for a gel mod. But now the gel mod is just going to get added to the staff menu. And during this time lapse, I basically finished setting up the gel mod's main mechanics. And now I think it's time to enter play mode. Alright, to test it, I'm going to gel myself. And as you can see, the gel works fine. But if you did not notice, the chimp leaderboard is not set up right. Now all I'm going to do is just change the material, and there we go. And now the gel mod is complete, so now I'm going to work on the flingal mod. And luckily, I already have a script for this. And to set up my flingal, I'm going to put the first script of the flingal on an empty. And I'm going to put the next script on the button itself. And now I think it's time to enter play mode to test out the script. Alright, back in play mode now to try out the script. Alright, I think that was a little too high. So let me just edit these settings real quick and then enter play mode again. Now that's way better than before. Now here I forgot to record it, but I did add a freeze player mod. And after that mod got added, I took a break from working on the troll side of the mod menu. And if you have any troll mod ideas, then please let us know down in the comments. But now I think it's time to get started with working on the teleport side of the mod menu. So right now I'm just naming all the locations you can currently teleport to in the game right now. And the teleport script's currently on the buttons right now, so now I'm just going to set them up. Now this part's very time consuming, so I'm just going to speed it up. And now I set up all the teleport locations, so now let me go into play mode to test them out. Alright, so here I'm about to click the button, and as you can see, it works. I just teleported to level 1. And now let me make sure it works for all of them. So I'm going to click level 2, and there we go. And since most of the tabs are already done, and I did mods off camera, all I got to do is the leaderboard. And by this point, it was basically 2 AM. So I'll just use the same leaderboard we already have in the game. And by this point, the staff menu is already done. So now I'm just going to add it to the moderator room. So now I'm in the staff room, and here's how it looks like. So now all I got to do is make the staff button enable the moderator menu. And now that's pretty much it for working on the staff menu.
In this clip, I'm working on a walkie-talkie. I'm creating the physical base of the model and shaping it up. This is where all the parts of the walkie-talkie will be connected to. Since this is a walkie-talkie, it needs an antenna. It will also need a volume changer and thing to change the channels. So I'm adding the little decorations to it to make it look better. I'm also adding the speaker now, since it is a walkie-talkie and you do need to hear out of it. It needs a speaker. I added a bunch of little details like grips on the side. I started adding buttons on the side and just things to make it look better. While I'm adding more details in the video, I'm going to explain the purpose of this. So obviously it's a walkie-talkie, so you're going to use it as a tool to talk to your friends while you guys are not in close proximity of each other. Well, As you can see, I'm making a tree in this part, but if you're wondering why you're not seeing the beginning of me making this tree, I totally forgot to start recording. And here's a little spoiler alert. I do this a couple more times while recording this video. So enough talking about that. In this clip, or whatever's left of this clip, I added a couple branches and I start curving them to give them more depth. I actually do like skip the texturing process. Like I don't show that in the video because it's super boring and not fun to watch. For this part, I'm just making like a stump of the tree. And yes, I forgot to record again. Yes, I know. But it's just going to be like a cut down part of a tree. Really quick model. Most of it is texturing. In this part, I don't understand why the background is black. I don't understand why I did that. I started making like a cut down log type of thing, and I don't understand what I was doing right here. I went in the project and placed that like Tung Tung's Zahor, and that was so weird. But I thought it was funny, so I kept it in this part, it's also just really boring. I'm adding a bunch of details and shaping the log and adjusting it so it looks a little better. I paused the recording and forgot to unpause the rest of it. In this part, I'm making an axe. I also forgot to record the entire thing, so I just textured it. And in this part, I was making a ray gun. If you've ever played Call of Duty, you know what this is. It's pretty cool. I never finished the model, but I just thought I'd include it because it was a cool model and I found it pretty fun to make.
So many of you who are in the Discord server have been asking me to add the lift camera system. So in this segment, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. And you may be asking, what I'm doing has nothing to do with the lift camera system. And this is because I'm going to be making a shelf for the lift camera. And if you're still confused on what I'm doing, I'm just making the hinge of the shelf. And now I'm just kind of adding some bolts here, as you can see. And pretty much after this, I just add a second bolt for the bottom part and then change the materials. And now that I'm done with the hinge, I'm going to make 2 of them and make the shelf on top. And now I'm just aligning the shelf on the hinges. And pretty much the shelf is done, so now I'm going to import it into the project. And now that the shelf is in the project, I'm going to apply some materials and place it on the wall. And now I think it's time to bake the lighting. And this looks pretty good as it is now, so now I'm going to add some buttons. And I did get a little lazy, so I used the same buttons from the staff room. And right here, I renamed the button Spawn Lift Camera, and I make another button called Recall Lift Camera. And here's where I start setting up the LCK, which is the lift camera settings. And now that the LCK settings are set up, I'm going to add the lift camera to the game. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up the lift camera to the buttons. And now that setup is complete, so I'm going to go into play mode and try it out. Alright, I realign the player, and as you can see here, guys, the button does work. It enables the lift camera and disables it. And that's pretty much it for the lift camera.
Alright, that should wrap everything up for this video. If you made it this far into the video, make sure you like and are subscribed with post notifications on so that you won't miss any devlog content in the future. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one.